Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's talk about the all-new 2023 Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Royal Enfield's unprecedented success in recent years has been a byproduct of its fantastic new motorcycles. Notably, the 650 twin that catapulted its global growth, with the brand now present in 60 countries and counting. Both the Interceptor 650 and Continental GT 650 are well-engineered motorcycles, and now it gets a third sibling in the form of the Super Meteor 650. For a brand that's really built itself based on experience and long tours and rides, it really missed out on dedicated crews in its stable. That's exactly where the new Super Meteor 650 fits in. It uses the same 648cc engine but gets a new frame, different ergonomics and more premium components. So is this the kind of motorcycle we would like to spend an entire day riding? That's exactly the same question we set out to answer. Royal Enfield says it's been making a long distance tourer for a decade now, but never really called them a cruiser. In fact, the Super Meteor derives its name from the original Super Meteor 700 sold in 1950s. But this is the manufacturer's first attempt at building a dedicated cruiser. Which is why, despite sharing underpinning with the 650 twins, Royal Enfield has approached the Super Meteor 650 as a completely new motorcycle. Changes are aplenty, with a new tubular steel spine frame which has been optimized for cruising ability. It sits on a 1500mm long wheelbase, 100mm longer than the Interceptor, and the new design commands a bolder road presence. The larger body shell is complemented by a flowing design language. The cruiser styling is unmistakable and well integrated with Royal Enfield's traditional lines. It's distinctly different from the Meteor 350 and holds its own identity on the road. The teardrop-shaped fuel tank, long fender, round headlamp, and touring seat all scream retro. But there is also the LED headlamp, sophisticated Showa USD front fork, and alloy wheel with tubeless tire that lend a modern feel. The instrument cluster incorporates a digital display with all the essential information, while the tripper navigation pod is a standard fitment. Royal Enfield has also tucked in a USB charging point, while the 15.7-litre fuel tank is bigger than the INT's. There are two variants on offer, Solo Tourer and Grand Tourer, and we are riding the former with the split seats. The Grand Tourer adds a windshield, longer and more comfortable single seat, and a backrest for the pillion. The ergonomics of the Super Meteor 650 are dedicated for cruising, and the first thing you will notice are the foot pegs. They are forward set. At 740mm, the saddle height is lower than what you see on other Royal Enfield motorcycles and is easily accessible for all riders. The saddle itself is a wider for added comfort, and the handlebar is set higher for relaxed riding posture. You also get adjustable clutch and brake lever, which is always a welcome addition on the motorcycle. So, you essentially sit feet forward, arms forward on the Super Meteor 650. and it is a comfortable riding posture. The foot pegs are easy to reach even as the heel and toe shifter takes some getting used to. The build quality is equally impressive, and Royal Enfield seems to have spared no expense with the Super Meteor 650. The cruiser feels substantially better than the 650 twins. The welds are well finished and shows an emphasis on getting the finished product right down to the last spec. I do think this is the best that has came from the Royal Enfield so far. The paint quality, brushed aluminium finished on the switchgear, fuel lid, the clutch gear and brake levers are all premium grade. The chrome finishing on the badging, rear view mirrors and exhaust, all of it feel top notch. And for a brand's flagship offering, there is a lot of attention to detail that's gone in, and it just feels great to see that on a global product. The 648cc parallel twin engine is a direct lift from the Interceptor 650 with a new engine case. But the ECU has been remapped and so has the gearing. The engine was always fantastic in the way it performed on the Super Meteor. It feels right at home. Power figure remains the same at 46.7 brake horsepower at 7250 rpm and 52.3 Nm of peak torque at 5650 rpm. However, the engine feels a lot more refined and better suited for cruising. Power delivery is seamless, linear, and quick, and throttle calibration is perfectly done. The long ratio 6-speed gearbox offers a seamless shift, and the wide torque spread ensure ample power irrespective of the gear. The engine feels sublime between 80 to 100 km per hour at just 5000 rpm and will easily stay between 100 to 120 km per hour all day long. The motor is super tractable and will do triple-digit speeds with ease. The strong mid-range translates to ample power whenever you twist the throttle, but push it beyond 120 km per hour mark and the vibration kicks in on the foot pegs and handlebar. Cruisers aren't known to be handling friendly motorcycle, and the Super Meteor 650 isn't a corner carver either. But this is surprisingly a very confident motorcycle around a bend. The cruiser gets a new tubular steel frame and swing arm that brings a lower center of gravity, and in turn, better handling. It feels very comfortable and holds its line really well in the flowing corners. The weight of the motorcycle is 241 kg. You don't feel the weight of the motorcycle, especially on the move. Yes, at standstill, you feel the weight quite a bit. But even at the speed of 5 to 10 km per hour, the weight distribution helps keep the more flickable motorcycle. For somebody moving from a smaller bike to a bigger cruiser like this one, it makes the whole experience of riding very easy. As impressive as Super Meteor is in other parameters, it leaves the ride quality a little bit to be desired. The new USD front fork feels great with 120 mm of travel and are a big step up for Royal Enfield at large. The suspension offers a stable ride, however, the rear suspension feels stiff with just 101 mm of travel, and most of the bumps and thuds are felt on the rider's back. but give the Super Meteor smooth roads, the suspension setup behave really well. It's also the reason why the handling works so well on the Super Meteor 650. Add to that the incredible trail with 19-inch front and 16-inch rear wheel setup, the cruiser offers an excellent high-speed stability. You could sit all day doing 120 km/h and it wouldn't even flinch. That's how confident you feel on the motorcycle. The cruiser format does mean that they're dealing with a lower ground clearance of 135 mm, but the limited suspension travel also mean that you have fewer chance of scraping the foot pegs or exhaust despite of lower ground clearance. With respect to braking, it feels progressive on Super Meteor. It's certainly better than older Royal Enfield motorcycles, and there is another leap that the brand has taken. The 320 mm single disc at the front and 300 mm disc at the rear with dual channel ABS. What we would like to be more better than this? With a price starting at 3,49,000 going up to 3,79,000, the Super Meteor 650 is not only a capable of cruiser but a value proposition as well. It's just about 60,000 more expensive than the Interceptor 650, depending on the variant, but offers a lot more premium component for the price. The build quality is substantially better than the 650 twins and marks a giant leap for the brand. The Interceptor and Super Meteor 650 are dramatically different motorcycles and will appeal to a varied customer base. I hope you like the video and details provided on all new Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Please do like, support and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.